practice today. Kevin said you look good. Do you feel like you'll have any limitations on Sunday with the foot?
No, I mean, I guess we'll see when we get there. No, don't feel 100%, but feel good enough to go out there and make a difference. So I'm gonna go out there and do that.
It was bugging you after you chasing down Trevor on that long 33-yard run. Did that kind of aggravate it a little bit?
Well, it was aggravated from the jump. It didn't help trying to chase him down. He's definitely not slow. I mean, my man can move, and I had to take a little second to recoup, but got back out there and continue to play.
Myles, is this something you might be dealing with all season, or that might go away at some point?
Hell, I hope not. It's, hopefully, next couple weeks, things will continue to get better until, it's not something that's bothering me as consistent as it is. So just, trying to stay on it and manage things as they are right now.
How much Jim rotates you guys up front? I mean, does that help when you're dealing with something that's kind of nagging like this?
It does. And in some ways, like, when I'm out there and I'm consistently out there, obviously, you get tired, you're going back to back to back. But, the warmer I get and the more reps I get, it starts to feel more comfortable. And then, you kind of, once you start to, sit for a little bit in those lulls, then it kind of gets cold and, things of that nature. So it definitely helps for I'm not taking, too many plays at a time. And that's just better on my body for the long term. But it's also good to be out there for a little bit and to make sure I get warmed up and I feel like I can move.
You mentioned chasing Trevor around. I mean, how much is that also going to be something to have to worry about with
this guy?
Oh
yeah, I mean, it's as much of a problem as we make it. If we let him out the pocket and we don't rush, knowing where the other guy's at with chemistry, then we'll be chasing him all day. The guy can run, he's athletic, he's big, he's strong. So it's just a matter of keeping contained and integrity of the pocket and getting after him, but not allowing him to escape where he wants to.
Did you get a chance to hear Kayvon Thibodeau's comments about you? And if you did, what were your thoughts?
I did not.
That you're either really skilled as a pass rusher or you're Myles Garrett, future Hall of Famer. What do you think when you look at him on the opposite side of that defense?
I think he's great. I think he's coming off a great year, and he's going to continue to do great things. Where he's at. They're only continue to stockpile the defensive presence they have out there. With each guy coming along that front, the back end, they're continuing to get better and better. And it'll be interesting to see who has a better defense in New York throughout the season. But he's definitely one of the really good, pass rushers we have and edge rushers of this league, and it's great that he has that kind of respect for me. 'Cause I have a lot of respect for him, and the kind of work he puts in, day in and day out on his game. I definitely respect that. I've seen it in person. He really cares about the grind and being true to it. So guys like that, I have nothing but respect for, and he has a really a high ceiling and where he can take it.
Andrew Thomas, what are you seeing on film about Andrew, and what are you looking forward to going against him and trying to do?
I don't know if I can beat him. No, he's very talented. He's strong. He's on the taller side. He's got long arms, and he's able to kick well. He's not. He doesn't allow a lot of guys to beat him on the edge, and you have to be a little bit patient. You have to play the game a little bit, and don't play into his. He's gonna chain up the sets. He's gonna take his hands back. He's an experienced pass blocker for the years that he's been in, and he's definitely working on his craft as well. We're going against Kayvon and those guys over there, so it'll be a task. When we as edge rushers go against him, and we all look forward to the challenge because he's one of the best ones.
Alex Wright has kind of a sack streak going since the end of last year, and then he got that big one in Jacksonville. Did you see a light go on for him toward the end of last season?
I think I've just a little bit of experience and time just helped him realize the kind of mentality and mindset he has to approach the game with. whether that's on Sundays or throughout the week. Just being that professional, knowing what he's got to do, learning how to study film and attack, his matchup, and that's really the light bulb that I've seen. Not only studying those guys, but coming up to me and be like, yeah, I took your move, I'm gonna be using it this week because I know this guy is susceptible to it. I was like, yo, you can take every move as long as you win. So I'm glad he's learning from all of us, whether it's me, Obo, Z, and some of the other guys that are younger or his peers in years in the league. So he's definitely picked it up and he's gonna start running with it.
And that this is the Giants are an 0-2 team that don't look like an 0-2 team on tape. So for you guys, as you approach this game, how do you not let that record impact what you guys do on the field or how you approach it any differently?
I mean, the records don't matter when you step on the field. Both teams got 0 points, and you duke it out and see what happens from there. So everyone is desperate to win. Doesn't matter what your record is. So we're just as desperate as them to make a name for ourselves, to make a statement, and continue on and start streaking ourselves. So they have something to prove just like we do, and we got to come in with that mindset throughout the entire 60 minutes, if not more.
Does it in some ways force you to be even more dialed in or more locked in on your technique? Or when you have to fight through pain like that, do you go into sort of the Mamba mentality zone where you have to just fight your way through it and it's, I don't know, might help you in some weird way?
I wouldn't say I go into a Mamba mentality. I feel like I have that every time I step on the field. I don't think it's any different with the injury, but it does make you lock in on your technique and your fundamentals, knowing that maybe things will be a little bit slower, maybe this cutoff won't be quite as crisp or whatever it is. Knowing that you'll have to be a little bit better somewhere else to supplement where you're deficient at, and we'll see when I get there on Sunday. How deficient I am, if I am, but that is something that I have to be aware of, and we'll take it into account.
Thomas is a guy who makes you be patient. What does patience look like for a guy in your position?
Looks like not allowing yourself to fall into the trap of shooting your moves too early or running upfield while he hasn't made his move. He hasn't really set. Not playing the game with him like, oh, he's just he's sitting back, he has his hands down. No, I need to play into the bull rush. Well, he's sitting down with his hands back usually because he can take the bull rush and he's trying to stop you, at the depth of the quarterback and either turn you or whatever. So using that knowledge is like, all right, he's sitting back with his hands down. I can go power, but what else? What is my counter? When I get to the depth or making him react. How do I get his hands to pop up? Using those things that if he's being patient, I also have to exercise that myself until I put pressure on him to make a move.
Myles, are you able to disclose yet the exact diagnosis of your foot?
Feet and no. Something like that.
When you don't practice Wednesday and Thursday, do they calm down? Do you feel like that much better when you get on the field Friday, or is it just it's still there and it's still a pain?
It's still there, it's still painful. It's just trying to get it as well as I can. Really try to lower the amount of inflammation and manage the pain until Friday, and then I definitely got to get some reps and some high speed reps, and on my leg, get some running in so that I don't have to worry about anything else like soft tissue injuries, hamstring, or anything like that. So just trying to take really the high speed load off until Friday, and then see how it feels, see how well I can go. Feels good, lock and load, let's go. But until then, we're letting it ride.
Is this one of those things where, after the season, you'll have to sit down with medical professionals and your doctors and see if there's any kind of a procedure or anything that could help you?
Talked about it, but that's something that we'll probably talk about further, down the line. It's not hopefully, the pain and everything else is something that we deal with and it goes away. But the issue itself is something that I'll probably have to deal with for however long I end up playing. So it's just about managing that and playing through it.
You had surgery when you were young on both of your feet. Is this just an outgrowth of dating all the way back to something like that?
Something like that. Not completely, but it probably has something to do with it from that those events.
Can I squeeze in one more? On that safety, I know you obviously want to get sacks, but when you set up Alex like you did there, when you forced Trevor in, do you take pride in kind of setting other guys up?
Absolutely. It's what I try to talk about every time I get up here or before the season, and y'all ask me how I can continue to improve as a player. It's just like that where it's setting up other guys, whether it's like picking for other guys or pushing the quarterback to my teammates. Of course, I want to make the play, and I want to be the guy who gets the ball out and gets the sack or whatever it is. But if that's not going to happen, or if the play's not for me, how can I be as instrumental to being disruptive or complementary to my teammates as possible? How can I be instrumental to their success and our success? And it looks like that, and I'm continuing to do that while offenses are completely keyed in on me or trying to chip, double all this, finding ways to put my guys in positions to get wins on the board individually and as a team. I'll do that every time. So continue to find ways for myself to win, but also for my brothers to win.